Hey everyone, so it's that time of year when the temperatures are getting cooler, the days are getting shorter, and it's pumpkin everywhere. So today we're going to do a pumpkin loaf. As you can see in the bowl, I have 1 can of pumpkin and sugar, and I'm mixing it together. And we're going to mix until it's combined completely. Once it's as combined as you see here in the video, we are going to add oil and eggs. Now, the exact recipe for this loaf will be in the description, so don't worry about that. So as you can see here, adding oil, and we're going to give that a little mix just to combine it a bit. It does seem like a lot of oil, but please remember that this recipe is making 2 loaves. So mix. Get it together as much as you want. It doesn't really matter because once we add the eggs in, everything will come together. So the reason why I'm making a pumpkin loaf, normally I wouldn't jump on this pumpkin bandwagon of pumpkin everything because I'm not the biggest fan of pumpkin. I like pumpkin pie, and that's pretty much it. So here we go, 4 eggs in and mix complete. But getting back to my story, I've jumped on this because this was actually a surprise for one of my wife's co-workers. Apparently she is pumpkin everything, and so, well, this was a surprise for them. So as you can see, I changed to a whisk so I can get this, mixed together, incorporated very well. And as you can see, everything is starting to come together. So we just keep on mixing, and then the next step is actually going to be adding our dry ingredients, which I believe come right now. So in the bowl, you see there is flour, baking soda, baking powder, and pumpkin spice. And again, I will have the exact measurements in the description of this video. So I'm only adding a little bit at a time to get it incorporated, because obviously you don't want to make a big mess of flour flying everywhere. Excuse me. So we're going to mix until this is incorporated a bit. And then add the rest of the dry ingredients. I apologize for any noise in the background. My dog has decided that he wants to play as I'm doing this, and well, that's what happens when you have a pet. So as you can see, we're going to combine everything together as much as possible. Get as much of that flour stirred in. I just picked up my spatula and decided to go back to that. I'm scraping down the whisk as best as I can. And we're going to give this a few more stirs. Like so. Get everything incorporated in to the batter. From there, we're going to place this, divide it into 2 loaves, and put it into 2 loaf pans, very well greased, as you can see, because the last thing you want is any of this to stick together. This is going to be a very dense loaf, a lot of flavor, and pretty good taste-wise when it comes out of the oven. So we'll put it into the 2 loaf pans. Try to divide it equally as much as possible and as best as possible. And then also you can do what I do here in the video in a few seconds here once I'm done scraping out the bowl, is spread it out in the loaf pan. Shake the loaf pan, tap the loaf pan. Make sure you get it into all the corners. And even though it doesn't look like much in the loaf pan, you will see that by the end of the video, when they are done and out of the oven, that these loaves rise a very good deal. So from here they go into a preheated 350-degree oven for about an hour, but I would suggest checking at the 45-minute mark. Okay, so I just started the camera. It's been about 55 minutes, just getting my oven mitts, and I've already checked the loaves. They are cooked completely. I inserted a toothpick right in the middle of one of them, and it came out clean. So, take them out of the oven, place them on a cooling rack in the pans for 5 to 10 minutes, let them cool a bit, just like so. Leave them alone, let them set up, let them do their thing, walk away for, like I said, 5-10 minutes. And then we'll remove them from the pan. Okay, so now to remove them from the pan. The pans will still be hot. Just do it as carefully as possible. And boom, just like that. Came out, no issues. That's what happens when you have a very good greased pan instead of one that's not even greased. You can use cooking spray if you want. This time I just decided to use butter. And there you go. 2 pumpkin loaves ready for the fall. Have a good one. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.